What's going on, guys? Jimmy here with One Road. Today I got a bunch of parts, well, not a bunch, but a couple. All the pulleys and a belt for the air conditioning system on my 03 Suburban are being replaced today. This is my setup today. I have this big softbox light to try to light the motor, and I also have this little LED light that's just kind of hanging and projecting light there. First thing I need to do to even be able to gain access to the pulleys is take this big gigantic air intake, cold air intake off. All you need for that is a screwdriver, which actually means you also have to take off this cover here. All right, this is a 5/16 nut up here. Simply unscrew that and this whole thing just comes right off. Okay, now you have access to the hose clamp here, which is also 5/16. So with that big air dam out of the way, we now have access to our pulleys. There's an idler pulley there. There is a tensioner pulley there. Way down there, hopefully you can make it out, that is another tensioner pulley that goes to the air conditioning system. Right there. Okay, so the next thing you got to do is to loosen the belt here, or actually take the belt off of one of the pulleys to remove the tension. So I have my 3/8 ratchet 17mm on the tensioner pulley, and it's not that hard. You just press it down and you can see the belt gets real loose down there. Just to show you exactly why I decided to do this, this pulley, I don't know if you're not gonna be able to see that, I doubt, but listen to this. That bearing does not sound good whatsoever. Here's the new one. It is an original equipment AC Delco part. I'll put the link down in the description below for this thing. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is actually loosen the two bolts for the tensioner pulley, which just so happened to also be a 17mm. I'm using a 3/8 inch ratchet here, guys. There's not a really heck of a lot of tension on here because all of this is aluminum. This tensioner pulley actually screws into the water pump. Okay, so we've run into our first question mark. Basically you can see what it is. The old pulley has an extra little ear there with a third mounting screw, and the new one does not have that. The new one still fits, everything is exactly the same, except for that third mounting screw. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and run this new one, and I'll keep this one on hand if for some reason I have a problem. I can always just use this body and swap these over. But at this point, I don't think that I need that third mounting point. This was obviously designed to not have to use it, so I'll just throw the original bolt for this mounting point back into the water pump just so I don't lose it. Here's the old and the new air conditioning tensioner pulley. And I just wanted to show you guys what this thing looks like and sounds like. This new one is nothing like that. No play at all. And perfectly silent, tight bearings. I gotta say though, the unconventional method I used to get this thing out was terrible. I had to get under the car, take off this cover here, and then just try to snake my hands in there to get access to the bolt holes. It was not fun. Okay guys, there's the air conditioning tensioner pulley. It is fully on, and boy, was that a chore. There is absolutely no room to work down there, and I was just trying to get any torque I can get by hand on those bolts. They're pretty good in there at this point. I've been working on it for a good half hour. So last thing to do is to get the new belt on that pulley. So here's the old belt, and you can really see, you know, I don't think it was gonna break anytime soon, but it's definitely due for a change for sure. And the new belt I have, you can see the model number there. It's an AC Delco Professional. And I believe from what I was reading, these greenback ones are like Fleet belts. Actually, it says right on there, Fleet Runner V-ribbed belt. Someone was saying, or a couple of people were saying that I was reading, I think in forums or something, that these belts, I mean, last forever and a day. I have everything on. You can see the idler pulley there, the tensioner pulley there, And obviously I already showed you the air conditioning pulley. In case for some reason you guys were wondering what the belt routing looks like, that's it. All in all, not a very hard job, but you can see there by my arm, it's not very fun either. Very, very tight tolerances to get your arms in there, to get wrenches in there. I don't even care what the torque spec is, I just kind of did it by hand, knowing what is tight enough, hopefully. Well, that's the story of the 3 pulleys on my 2003 Chevrolet Suburban. All you really need is a 15mm socket, maybe some very, very small extensions. I don't even know if they make like a 1-inch extension. My 3-inch was too long in most circumstances. And just some time and a little bit of effort and you're golden. I have to tow 1,100 miles and I just wanted to make sure that nothing in my truck would fail, especially the air conditioning or anything else like that. So that was my reasoning behind. Plus you saw those bearings on those pulleys, they were pretty bad. All right guys, if you enjoyed this video, my name is Jimmy. This is One Road. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.